What's up, everyone? This is a GT Sport race I had last night that I really enjoyed. It's Daily Race C, which is 12 laps of Interlagos with 5x fuel consumption and 7x tire wear. So I qualified 7th, and I'm in the 911 RSR, which seems to be the go-to car for this race because it's has good tire wear, so you can make the medium tires last the whole race, even though they do seem to go off a cliff around lap 10 to 11, so you have to be super careful towards the end, but it's manageable. So someone must have quit here because since I qualified 7th, but now I'm in 6th. I'm not sure why the Skyline has its hazards on. Oh, they're off now. So my focus for most of the race is to not get into any heavy fights, to save fuel and also save my tires, really, because I want to make it the whole race without stopping. Recently, it seems like GT Sport has actually lessened the time that a pit stop takes, so a one stop is a viable strategy, but in my testing in offline, the no stop still seem to be faster. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but the Canadian here, CTU B4U4R, punted that AMG just right off. I'm not sure if there was any malintent there or what. I did see some bumping before that, but got them a 6.5 second penalty, so I'm in no hurry to try to pass them because it's a hefty penalty coming up right here. So we should be able to gain that position very easily. Just go past. They're nice enough to pull over to the side. Now we're up in 4th. So we'll skip forward about a lap and a half. Actually, no, just about a half a lap, I think. Yep. So now we have Dark Ride DP, American behind us in the Beetle, catching us rapidly. So I don't see a point in fighting this. It's very clear that they're likely running a different strategy, also known as a one-stop, so no point in fighting this and losing time. I just want to let them go, and but unfortunately they have a penalty, so I pass them back, even though I don't really want to. But I expect that they'll pass me back right away here. I haven't really driven the Beetle in Group 3 too much. Might have to give that a shot sometime. It seems quite fast if you can drive it, so I'm not sure if it'll suit my driving style or what, but it's worth a shot. Just fast forward a little bit here to the beginning of the 4th lap. And the reason for fast forwarding to here and showing you this is I extend the corner, make a mistake, and get myself a 1 second penalty. So, not great. I do have about 3 and some change in time behind me, so we should be able to serve this penalty here, the beginning of the next lap, lap 5, and still stay ahead of regular burrito. Interesting name, not a special burrito, just a regular one. So we'll skip forward again. So this is the end of lap 6, and now we see that the Colombian Ormaz Saturnino is pitting. So I should definitely come out ahead, but I expect that with enough fuel and fresh tires, if they go for tires, they'll be able to pass me easily. So about a 4-second gap. We skip forward again. End of lap 8 here. And Saturnino is definitely catching up pretty quickly. The gap is down to almost half a second. It's looking okay for fuel. Remaining laps is at 3.8 for the fuel, and I have just about that much on track, so right on target. And my lap times have been fairly consistent. A bunch of low 34s and a bunch of high 33s, which I consider to be decent for my ability. So Saturnino here goes past, as expected. Goes a little wide there, but I don't really want to take the position because I don't think I can realistically keep it. No point in fighting what I can't actually keep. So at this point in the race, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna be able to keep this position, and that'll be the end of that. So now we've skipped forward to the end of lap 10. Still looking fine on fuel. What I didn't expect was for the Canadian DV Stewart, maybe it's Dave Stewart, I don't know, but I expect that they were likely going for a no-stop strategy, but burned too much fuel and had to pit. So you can see them there on the left in the Z4 coming out of the pits. So we go past. And what I was guessing is that they did not get fresh tires in the pit stop because their pit stop was very quick. And getting tires does add a little bit of time. So we have about a 0.8 gap to them, and it seems to be going down. So we have about maybe 1.25 laps left here. So I think this is going to be hard to fight because I expect that the fuel load that they put in at the pit stop is enough for them to run fully flat out in terms of revs. And I still need to short shift slightly to make it to the end of the race. So they're definitely catching up. Gap is pretty much nothing. There they are. I give them the inside. And this is a prime example of how to take that chicane cleanly with two people. I was extremely impressed with DV Stewart's racecraft there. Just so clean. And, you know, from racing on this track a bunch of times over this week, I am always scared to go into that whole area, that section, double wide. But it worked out great that time. We both gave each other room and played it fair. So the gap is still nothing. Point 0.3. DV Stewart is just right behind me. So just have this very last section to go, and we might be able to keep this position and get a fourth. It's so important to get a decent exit out of this last turn because otherwise you just get eaten alive on the straight. Pseudo straight, I guess. At least it's all flat out. So I'm pretty much revving out as much as I can here, and fuel's at 0-0, and I run out right before the finish line. But I'm able to coast through and keep the place. So I really enjoyed that last part of the race, the battle with DV Stewart, and being able to race so close, but no contact at all. Extremely impressed with DV Stewart. And those are the battles that I really enjoy fighting, you know, the ones where I can race super clean, but also super hard kind of thing. And I think that's why I love GT Sport so much lately, at least, after I realize, you know, what the game has to offer is that it like the sport mode just offers clean drivers most of the time who you can race hard and clean. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed talking through that race with me, and I'll see you another time. Thanks for watching.